Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome to my channel Natural Biology. This is Shankar sir. So far we have completed about the structure of the digestive system. Okay, mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. Okay, we have completed alimentary canal. Okay, so watch the previous videos, then you will get the clarity. Okay. And just I need your support because to reach more number of students, so please support my channel and encourage, subscribe the channel. Okay, and this is only in the English medium. Okay, and very simple, convenient, and the language, diagrammatic representation, everything will be here. And I will make the video after watching many other videos and also whatever the content given in the NCERT as well as the local textbooks like SCERT. Okay, so most of the points covered here, and also what the information need for the NEET, so will be provided here. Okay, right, without late, and all the classes are 1 minute or 2 minutes hardly. Okay, not more than that. So without late, we'll start the class. So today topic, chapter 21, digestion and absorption of NCERT. So that is digestion and absorption. Okay, digestion and absorption. So already we have completed the structure of the digestive tract or alimentary canal, or also known as gastrointestinal tract. Right. So this is the alimentary canal. We start with the mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine. This is highly folded area, large intestine. Okay, rectum, like finally anus. So entire digestive tract or the total digestive tract, gastrointestinal tract or alimentary canal is made up of 4 types of layers. If we take a small horizontal section, so we can get this diagram. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, so gastrointestinal tract or alimentary canal made up of 4 layers. How many layers? Histology of the human gut. Okay, gut is nothing but digestive tract. So there are 4 layers. Okay, 4 layers. Right. The outer layer, one I am writing here. Outer layer is called serosa. What is that? Serosa. Here I written the number 1, serosa. Serosa is the outermost layer. Okay, here. This is the outer layer. It is made up of fibrous connective tissue. Okay, outer layer and made up of fibrous connective tissue. Okay, and which provide a smooth surface. It provides a smooth surface to the total digestive tract where it can glide very easily with against the other organs. Okay, are you getting what I am telling? This outer area is very smooth because this fibrous connective tissue layer, it is slippery and watery in nature. Okay, it secretes some watery like fluid. So this makes the alimentary canal, complete alimentary canal, glide, slipper very easily against the other organs. Okay, thereby the food movement inside the digestive tract will be very easily. Okay, that is the gives, and it gives protection. It gives protection to the all the inner parts of the digestive tract. Only one point we have given. It is outer layer and made up of fibrous connective tissue. Then come to the second layer is muscularis. Muscularis. This is the red color area. After the serosa and the second layer, this red color area is called muscularis. Okay, muscle layer, muscularis. It is made up of 2 types of muscles. Okay, it is a muscular layer, outer longitudinal muscles and inner circular muscles. This point is important, many times asked in the examination. What is the outer layer of the muscularis and inner layer of the muscularis? Outer longitudinal muscles and inner circular muscles are present. Okay, so that is called muscularis. And we can see a special type of network of neurons in the muscularis, okay, that are called myenteric plexus. Okay, I will write here myenteric plexus. Myenteric plexus, already here I written myenteric plexus. Plexus is nothing but it is a network. Here network of neurons are present where this region, okay, between the inner circular and outer this longitudinal area, outer longitudinal muscularis and inner this circular muscularis, in between there is a network of neurons. This is a network of neurons called myenteric plexus, or it is also called as Auerbach plexus. Right, nothing little disturbance from the outside. Okay, right, Auerbach plexus or plexus of Auerbach, where it is present between the outer longitudinal muscles and inner circular muscles. Okay, and if we talk about the thickness of this muscularis, okay, in mouth, buccal cavity and the pharynx region and this upper esophagus region, up to here, this muscularis is very thick. Okay, thick in the sense it is made up of skeletal muscles. Okay, skeletal muscle, and also the muscularis at the anus, which making the anal sphincter. Okay, anal sphincter. Here also skeletal muscle is present. Are you getting what I am telling? In the entire region of the alimentary canal, the muscularis is made up of smooth muscles, but in the upper region of the buccal cavity, okay, total buccal cavity, mouth, pharynx and upper esophageal region is made up of skeletal muscle, and also anal sphincter also contains skeletal muscle. Thereby they provide here the voluntary swallowing. It is under our control, and also defecation, voluntary defecation, it is under our control. Remaining areas, the muscularis having which type of muscles? Remaining all the areas it is having smooth muscles. Smooth muscle. Okay? Right. Now come to the one more point, the next layer. Okay. Inner to the muscularis, there is the third layer called submucosa. What is that? Submucosa. This is the third layer. Okay. Third layer, outer to third layer, inner to second layer. Okay. Submucosa. It is made up of a thin areolar connective tissue. Which type of connective tissue? It is made up of a thin areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue. So this layer, okay, also contains many. This area. This is the area which is called submucosa. This submucosa contains many blood vessels. Okay, what it is contain? Blood vessels, lymph vessels, and also lymphoid tissues. It contains blood vessels, lymphoid tissues are present in the submucosa. Most important point of view in the examination, submucosa of duodenum. Submucosa of duodenum contains Brunner's glands. Which type of glands? Brunner's glands, mucus secreting glands called Brunner's gland. This is the duodenum. So these duodenum contain the submucosa. Okay. In this submucosa, which type of glands are present? Brunner's glands are present. So this is important for need point of view. Submucosa, they may confuse mucosa of the duodenum, submucosa of the duodenum, muscularis of the duodenum. So don't get confused. Submucosa of duodenum contain Brunner's glands which secrete what? Mucus. Which secrete the mucus. Right. And this submucosa is thicker in esophagus. In this region, this submucosa is thick. Okay. Submucosa thicker in the esophagus. That is enough. Okay. Come to the next point. Okay, the next inner layer, that is called mucosa. What is that? Mucosa. It is the inner layer, very thin layer, but also it is made up of three layers. Okay, inner layer, epithelial layer, and middle one, lamina propria, and the outer. Here, this is the third layer, na? This is the fourth layer. What is that? Fourth layer. This is mucosa. This mucosa shows again three layers. The inner layer, epithelial layer, medium, lamina propria, then outer toward the submucosa. Toward the submucosa also have muscular mucosa. Okay. So of course mucosa is a single layer, this central layer, single layer, but also it is made up of three layers. Okay. Inner towards the gut, this is the lumen of the alimentary canal. Towards the lumen, epithelial layer is present. So below the epithelium, lamina propria is present, then muscularis mucosa present. So likewise, there are three layers are arranged. Okay. So this epithelial layer, okay, forms many folds, okay, inside the gut. These folded areas are called villi. So these villi increase the surface area for more absorption, especially in the intestine, okay, in the small intestine. In small intestine, this is the small intestine, we can see more villi, okay, which are elevations, okay, the projections of the epithelial layer. Okay, lamina propria, which forms, okay, papillae on the tongue, okay, papillae on the tongue because of the lamina propria. Okay, it is also made up of a thin areolar connective tissue and a thin muscle layer also present, muscularis mucosa. Here also outer longitudinal muscles and inner circular muscles are present. Okay, right. The epithelial layer in the stomach, okay, also produce the gastric rugae. It forms the gastric rugae. Okay, right. These all the cells, wherever it is mucosa, total surface of the mucosa contains small glands. That glands are called, okay, epithelial glands, are like special name. They have goblet cells. A single cells called goblet cells present on the surface of the mucosa that secrete mucus. Okay, mucus. Hope you understand what I am telling. There are four layers in the digestive tract. Wherever it is, whether it is in the esophagus or in the stomach or in the large intestine or in the small intestine, if we take a horizontal section, there are four layers. Okay, outer layer is called serosa, and outer two, inner muscularis, then the third layer submucosa, and the innermost layer is the mucosa. Okay, it is made up of loose connective tissue and it is made up of circular muscles and longitudinal muscles. Muscularis inside circular muscles, outside longitudinal muscles, and there is a network of neurons which is present, that is called meandric plexus or plexus of Orgach. Okay, then come to the submucosa, then the third layer, outer to third layer, that is submucosa, which is thin, made up of areolar connective tissue. Here in submucosa also there is a network of neurons. Okay, submucosa and circular muscles, that is called Meissner's plexus or submucosal plexus. Okay, this is also a network of neurons. So two networks of neurons are present in the lining of the digestive tract. One is present in the muscularis, one is present in the submucosa. These two consider as a special type of nervous system, that is called ENS. ENS stands for enteric nervous system. What is that? Enteric nervous system. Enteric nervous system, now it is considered as one of the branch in the autonomous nervous system. Okay, peripheral nervous system, you know, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system or autonomous nervous system. Along with this is also considered as a special type of nervous system that is called enteric nervous system because present in the enteron nothing but alimentary canal. So hence it is called a enteric nervous system. Okay. The last layer submucosa, this is the inner layer, also made up of three small layers. One is the epithelial layer, lamina propria and muscularis mucosa. Okay, these all project inside in the small intestine, make the villi for the more absorption of food, and also in the stomach helps in the mixing of the food. Okay, and wherever it is, the epithelial layer contains small glands that are called goblet cells. Single cell also act as a gland which secrete the mucus. So these helps in all the layers helps in the making the structure of the alimentary canal and provide easiest movement of the food, and also somewhere it is secreting the digestive juices, not digestive juices, mucus, which helps in the slippery movement of the food. Okay, right. Thank you for the watching this video. Okay, so hope you understand about the 4 layers of the digestive tract. Here the question can be framed: arrange the digestive tract layer or the layers of alimentary canal, outer to inner, inner to outer. If we talk outer to inner, serosa, muscularis, submucosa, mucosa. If we arrange inner to outer, mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, serosa. Enough. This one question is enough from this topic. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. If you like, share, subscribe and support my channel. Thank you.